Welcome back. In the video you just watched, I described the almost magical effects of the Hudson Valley region. As Washington Irving once described, just being here, breathing the air, causes people to grow imaginative. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the first actual experience I had that inspired me to write my own ghost story. Back in the summer of 2003, I moved from New Hampshire to the town of Dobbs Ferry, which is just 6 miles from the village of Sleepy Hollow. It didn't take me long to start catching glimpses of the area's fascination with the supernatural. But the event I'm talking about occurred on October 31st, 2004, Halloween night. My wife and I were visiting the grounds of Phillipsburg Manor for their annual Halloween festivities. This was before the current event that they run there called the Horseman's Hollow. The Horseman's Hollow is much more done up, with props and actors. And as you walk the grounds along a fixed path, they really try and scare you. And now, huge crowds pack the grounds night after night. But back in 2004, things were much more simple. The grounds were lit primarily by candle and firelight, which didn't just make them deliciously spooky. It made it seem almost like you were stepping back through time into another century. And then there were actors playing out old historical ghost stories, actors playing witches, people doing ghostly dances in their old barn, and this man who was playing an African-American slave who was a master violinist, which he explained was common during the era of slavery. But what I found truly inspirational on that night was this man, whose name is Jonathan Crook. He's famous in our area as a professional storyteller. That's right, he makes a living off of telling stories live and in person. I saw him for the first time on that night. Unfortunately, the only pictures I have of him at that event are these very bad ones. But hopefully you can see him standing on a small stage, telling a tiny crowd the story of the legend of Sleepy Hollow, in Sleepy Hollow. Now, I'm no stranger to the outdoor experience. I grew up playing in the woods. I've done a lot of camping, and I spent countless nights with my friends, staring for long hours into the pulsing glow of a campfire. In that sense, this night was no different, with its flickering light and crackling flame. But Jonathan Crook, he gave me an entirely new experience. For the first time in my life, I felt the power of not just the story, but the magic of storytelling. That nudged me in a new direction. Halloween 2004. It was the moment I took my first step in the long journey of writing my own ghost story.